Peter, what's your initial thoughts?
Really frustrated with the end of the game, to concede the goal at the 87th minute by a glaring mistake of just putting one of the players putting their hands up in the air and giving a penalty away to give them an opportunity to get a draw. You know, if we see that out, we get a 1-0 win. The glaring thing is it's 4 games now. The last 4 games we played, we had Dumbarton where we give a goal away in the last few minutes, a penalty. We go to Arbroath, give a goal away in the last few minutes, and then Kelty Hearts last week, a penalty in the last couple of minutes as well, just like mistake, although we were 1-0 down in that point. And then today, 1-0 up, 87th minute. There's no need to make that mistake, and we do. And then it feels like a loss. It's a tough one to take, but we needed to be a lot better. First half we were outstanding, really good. Adam Brooks, Brennan Dickinson, really dynamic, looked like they could score whenever they wanted. Kyle Doherty was excellent on the left side as well. And then second half we don't start too well, but we make a couple of mistakes that I think maybe give Annan a little bit of a lift, and it affects our side. We didn't really stand from that point on. We didn't pass the ball well enough and got sucked into the emotion of the game, I think, and we need to be better to manage that, and then obviously see games through.
You seemed to sit deeper in that second half as well. Was that a case of Annan making you sit deeper, or? I
think it was a case of us. When we got on the ball, we went too long, too early, but with no real quality. Whereas the first half, we had that bit of quality. We got that joy down the sides, and maybe tried to force it and went too long, too early. So when Annan won the first header or first tackle, they could pick up the second ball and keep us in. And I think then our defence started to go a little bit deeper. We did have, Matty Douglas today he's suffering from the flu and got through the game for the team, but maybe getting a bit tired and dropping off. So yeah, we need to be so much better. Annan overran the midfield, but with bodies rather than our players being overran. They had like 2 or 3, their 2 forwards dropping in. They had the 3 midfielders, so it was like a 5v3 sometimes. So we changed the shape a little bit to manage that, and it seemed to work a bit without having that little extra bit of quality when we got into the final third. There's a couple of times you have opportunities to cross the ball, and we cross it behind, and just didn't pick out the right option. But again, this is the division. The last 10 minutes of games are always in any division are always a bit hectic, especially when a team has to go for it, and you've got to have that. Got to have that experience, but you only gain that experience by playing through games. But we're getting punished at the minute with the last 4 games, as I say.
Those last 4 games, is it a case of them maybe just not staying focused for the full 90 minutes, or what do you put it down to?
It could be, and then we've also made a couple of changes in that time. In a couple of those games, I think there was the first one to Dumbarton, where Kyle Doherty, who was in his first couple of 90 minutes, getting a run of games, so maybe the tiredness set in there and he makes a mistake, although he scored for us. He scored a free kick, an excellent free kick in that game. Arbroath, I think, with the weather and which we had on that day, and then we made a couple of subs, and I think that maybe affected our shape a little bit. Kelty Hearts, probably the day and the weather, which we spoke about with the 45, 50 mile an hour winds, that has an effect. But then today we make a couple of changes, and yeah, it didn't really help us. So I can't blame those players, coming on today. If I'm standing here with a 1-0 win, and going, yeah, it was an excellent battling performance, and we've seen it through, and we've learned from that, but we haven't today. And I'm standing here with a draw that feels like a defeat. And Annan pushed us and harried us and fought for everything because it was a derby, and I thought we fought for everything as well. I thought Benjamin Luson, who came in today, was excellent. We fought for everything. We just lacked that little bit of quality on the ball to get it up to our front man to then develop play, lay it off and get us up the park. And we just got sucked into a bit of a to and fro and ended up getting punished for a mistake, an individual mistake.
Proverbial game of 2 halves, wasn't it?
It was, but we need to be so much better than that.
Frustrating, because the home form's been good, and just that second, and then, as I say, just kind of switching off in that last minute, and you say it feels like a defeat, but the crowd today getting behind you, and
Yeah, so the home form could still consider the home form good, because it's not a loss, although it feels like it. But it's just a manner in which it's happened, especially with the 2,700 fans we got back in today that came to support us. Thought the club created a great initiative, with the season ticket holders being able to buy reduced price tickets, and then we approached businesses around to put some money towards, so as we give to sponsor, so as we give tickets to younger fans to come in. I thought it was excellent. It's just the fact that the fans after the half time would be really positive and excited about the second half and how we can go and kick on and score 2 and 3 and 4 goals. But then the second half comes out and it's a totally different game, and I would say, and I would understand the fans going away and going, oh, what's going on there? It's like, how are that two extremes? So I'm just really disappointed those fans that have come and supported us today are going away not happy with the draw.
That crowd was made up mostly of like 2,500 Queens fans. I think you need them to come back, because you need them, they need to play their part and come back. You are going away frustrated with a draw, but next week at home you want them to be coming back again. And
yeah, hopefully to go away and think about the positive sides of it, with the likes of Adam Brooks' goal. The fans down the bottom end, behind that goal is absolutely outstanding. Some of the chances we've created, some of the play that we've had with Brendan Dickinson linking up play, and we looked really good first half, and we looked comfortable, and yeah, we felt like we were going to go on and win the game. But we knew that any team that you're playing against, they'll want to win too, and they're going to fight and scrap for everything, and we need to be better. It's just those fans gone away a little bit disappointed, but we've got a load of home games now up until February, which if we can get them back in and support the club, support the team, and we're coming up to January where we're looking to hopefully get a couple of players in where that can help the team, because I thought today we lacked that little bit of the width with the wingers. So we've lost Kai Kennedy, we've lost Pharrell Willis, who could probably give you that and change the game a little bit, but we don't have that. So hopefully if the fans do come back, we can then as the club can then help with the budget to try and bring a player or two in, and we can get better. But we just need the fans to come back.
Cove next week here again. You want to be making sure that there's not that gap opening up.
Yeah, you want to every week. We want to win and take as many points as you can every week. As I said, our home form's good. We haven't lost today, although it does feel that way, and it's very raw at the moment. But our away form needs to change really quick. But we've got to do the home game, and I'm pretty sure the players will be hurting after today and want to go out next week and show what a good side they were, and that they've let themselves down on the fans. So we're looking forward to next week now.